Welcome back to the ESBR YouTube channel. We are once again delighted to be joined by heavyweight contender Zhilei Zhang and Kurt Lee. Fresh off the back of a great encounter with Philip Hrgovic last Saturday on the Anthony Joshua Usyk undercard. So firstly, Zhilei, we're a week on from the fight. How are you feeling? How's your week off been?
刚打完一场比赛啊，现在身体还是新鲜的。这一周过得怎么样？比赛完了这一周，你的身体感觉怎么样？
身体感觉非常棒，基本上没有什么情况，然后就感觉就像打了一场实战而已。
My body is feeling great for this week. There's no injury, no issue. I just feel like I finished a sparring session.
So I just want to take you back to the last bell of the 12th round, and then when the judge brought you to the referee brought you to the middle of the ring. What was going through your head in that moment?
上场比赛其实是给裁判机会了。你当时的真实的想法是什么？
真实的想法，然后在拳台上那一刻，然后当裁判宣布赫格维奇赢了之后，当时有一点不可思议嘛。然后不可思议，然后教练呢，然后当时也比较就是有一些情绪比较激动，然后当我走下拳台那一个起，然后我感觉这场比赛已经过去了，然后所以说没有想太多，因为我感觉我们两个包括赫格维奇啊，我们两个为拳迷奉献了一场非常精彩的比赛，可能说大家。对这个结果有质疑，但是至于结果怎么样，我们把它交给裁判，裁判怎么判断就是裁判的事情。我们只是把我们训练的东西，然后展现给拳迷，让拳迷能够看到重量级的比赛非常精彩。所以说，从下了拳台那一个起，那一场比赛已经过去了。然后我们要面对的是回去之后总结，然后训练，然后。备战下一场比赛，为观众、为全民奉献更精彩的比赛。
My genuine feeling when the referee raised Hrgovic's hand was a little upset. As you can see that my trainer got a little emotional. I got a little emotional too. I didn't want to believe that was the result. But as soon as I stepped outside of the ring, off the canvas, that was history. And whatever happened in the ring stayed in the ring. I think the thing is, me and Hrgovic both deliver a good fight. I hope the fans are entertained, and I hope the fight was exciting. So for me, the fight was history. I'm not upset anymore. What I'm doing right now is to focus on the next step. Hopefully it's a big step, and keep on training hard, keep on delivering exciting fights for fans all over the world.
And it was definitely an entertaining fight. Have you had a chance to watch it back yet? Will you watch it back?
肯定是一场很精彩的比赛，这个是大家都公认的。你有机会回看吗？看了吗？
我回看，我一直在比赛完之后，我没事的时间我会看这一场比赛的回看，然后我一直在看，然后就感觉可能说有一些怎么说呢，就是。打得比较干净吧，然后这场比赛打得比较干净，没有多余的小动作，也没有搂抱，没有什么都没有。而这场比赛就是两个人的对决嘛，然后到最后经过回看，然后他的大部分拳呢，他的出拳数肯定比我高很多，然后但是他的命中率不高，因为全部被我防守下来，因为他全部打到我的手臂上了嘛，但是我打他的基本上都是重创，然后可能说。到最后，然后他去医院做检查，我希望他没有事情，然后希望他平安的 ，OK， 健康的。
Yeah, I definitely watch the replay every time I have I have spare time. I watched it, so I think as far as the punch that's being thrown, he's definitely throwing more punches. He's more active. He throws more, but I think I landed more. Effectiveness. I think I was better, and when he threw his punches, it mostly landed on my arms, and I blocked and I defend most of the punches. I heard that he kind of hospitalized after the fight. I just hope that he's doing good. I hope that he's okay.
Yeah, I think that was majority of fans' opinion was that the more damaging punches were coming from Zhilei. Having watched it back, is there anything you would have changed about your performance? Is there anything that you noticed watching it back that you could have taken advantage of in the night that maybe you didn't notice in the ring?
嗯，粉丝也是这么说的啊，很多从业者也是这么说的。你的拳更有杀，更有威胁。那
对，
你看比赛的时候，觉得有没有什么地方应该可以加强，或者应该可以做得更好的？
其实这场比赛，在第9回合还是第11回合左右的时候，应该如果说我抓住机会，如果继续进攻的话，然后我估计可能对他有更大的威胁啊。然后所以说，当时可能也是感觉有一点点累吧，有一点点累，然后没有继续跟进，没有继续进攻。所以说也是给他了机会，因为当时我从他的眼神，我从他的表现能看出来，他对这场比赛对我也是感觉就很无奈，感觉都是很沮丧，就是有一种想放弃的那种感觉啊。
Yeah, so there were a few cases in the 9th round and 11th round. If I pushed a little bit hard, I don't think that fight will go distance anymore. I think from his eye, I can see that he at that point in time he didn't want to continue, and he's frustrated. So if I would have pushed the gas a little bit more in those rounds, in those occasions, the fight would probably be different.
所以说到最后他也是坚持到最后，然后也通过他强大的毅力也坚持到最后，然后他的抗击打能力确实也很强啊。所以说到最后打完比赛之后，我的手这后面这都打破皮了，然后感觉他的抗击打能力还是很强的啊，确实
And
啊。
to him, he had a very tough chin, it's an iron chin. So that I'll give credit to him. So at the end of the day, when I took my glove off, the skin was broken. So respect him on that.
And obviously, one of the big talking points in boxing at the moment is the judges' decisions that we are seeing, with quite a few fights now being called robberies. Would you say that this was a robbery for Hrgovic?
现在很多人在谈，不仅是你的这场比赛，还有其他的很多比赛都是裁判的把他黑了。你觉得这场比赛你是被黑了吗？
哎，黑不黑？怎么说呢？这个东西还是交给裁判来处理吧。然后他说他赢，他说我赢都无所谓了，真的。然后我对这个结果呢，然后虽说有一点点那么遗憾，但是他已经过去了啊。所以说在这里呢，也祝贺赫格维奇取得胜利。OK。
As far as whether it's robbery or not, I think even if I'm a little upset about the result, the judges made their decisions, and I respect the decision. It's history. I will just have to congratulate on Filip Hrgovic on his big future.
And it seems as though kind of the public perception is your stock has risen after this fight. Is that something you've noticed on maybe social media and other aspects?
公众的意思呢是你的这个市场价值和商业价值通过这场比赛更高了。你有没有在各个方面有这种感受？有没有感受到市场对你的认可？
我能感受到，然后通过这场比赛，然后全米能看到我的实力。昨天我听说好像的《Run》杂志，然后把我排进重量级前10名，然后所以说其实我对这个排名也没有什么特别，能把我排进前10名，然后说明是对我的认可，所以说我会继续努力，然后为全民奉献更精彩的比赛，更加努力的训练，然后比赛。OK。
Yeah, I definitely feel that. On social media, people are talking about it. I feel that, and I heard yesterday that the Ring magazine ranked me as a top 10 heavyweights, which it's quite an honor for me. So all I have to do is to train harder and fight harder and deliver more exciting fights for fans. I hope the promoters, my promoter, can get me big fights. I really want to step up and fight big names, real huge fights, massive fights. Hopefully that happens.
Okay. Hello，
你有点卡了，你那网不好。Hello。 Okay.
Are we good?
Oh.
Have you spoke to Eddie Hearn, or has any of your team spoke to Eddie Hearn or any of the promoters after that fight?
你有没有跟赫恩聊过，或者赫恩的其他的团队成员聊过这场比赛？
我现在我没有聊，然后我的经纪团队和赫恩和Matchroom，然后他们在联系，在沟通，然后争取呢下一场比赛呢给我安排更强劲的对手。
I haven't talked to them, but my team has been constant contact with them. So the news I get is, hopefully something massive is happening next.
And how hard is it mentally to go back into training and get back in the gym after a loss like that?
这场比赛输掉了，你觉得对你下一步的备战会是一个鼓励呢，还是会是一个打击呢？
对我的下一步训练是一种鼓励吧，应该是鼓励，因为我感觉我是越败中总结经验，然后从失败中找到不足，然后再通过下一步的训练，然后弥补这些不足，弥补这些缺点，然后让下一场比赛更加完美。
Yeah, okay. I think he's saying that losing this fight will definitely be a positive factor going to the next training camp, because I'm somebody who really like to learn from things. I like to learn from the mistakes. I like to learn from the failure. But this is definitely pushing me harder for the next camp.
Is there anything that maybe you're looking to add to your game or work on in this next camp that you kind of recognize needed to be worked on after the Hrgovic fight?
跟 Hrgovic 打完之后，下一场比赛的训练营有没有想过在哪些方面需要加强的？
在可能说注重还是加强体能吧，然后体能达到第12回合的时候，然后感觉体能有所下降，然后所以说下一步我感觉还是加强体能啊，然后其他的技术方面感觉就发挥的非常好，然后技术方面没问题，然后主要就是体能。
I'll work on my shape. I think at the end of the fight, I got tired, and I definitely want to make that up. So conditioning wise, I'll push harder. Skill wise, I think I'm good. I'm very confident in my skill. So I think it's conditioning that's the most important thing.
And obviously it was on a big card watched by millions around the world. Did you get a chance to watch the main event, or have you had a chance to watch that after the fight?
有没有机会看到当天的主赛呢？有看当天主赛吗？
陆陆续续看了一点，陆陆续续的看了几个回合，因为当时打完比赛之后，然后又做兴奋剂检测，然后又做其他的东西，然后到最后又打完之后没多久，然后我们就回宾馆了，然后就陆陆续续的，到最后我回头看了他们比赛的一些集锦，然后感觉乌西克的技术可能还会有一点优势，可能约书亚力量啊，反正发挥的不是特别好，然后可能说慢慢的调整，然后希望他们以后的路越来越好吧。
I watched it on and off. After the fight, I had to go to anti-doping, the urine test and blood test. So I didn't really have a chance to go back to the venue and watch that fight myself. I watched it on TV and my mobile phone. So I think Usyk is definitely himself. That fight, better technique, better footwork. Joshua is something is off, and he's kind of not himself at that night. But I really do respect those two champions. I hope them, get things back together and keep pushing hard.
所以说，我现在就感觉不管是谁吧，可能是乌西克也好，约书亚也好，我们每个人吧，我感觉就是把最精彩的比赛，然后分享给全民，因为全民希望看到精彩的比赛。至于结果呢，就交给裁判。然后我们呢，要学会从这场比赛中去享受这场比赛，然后享受这个过程。然后我感觉就非常完美。
I feel like we are, including Usyk and Joshua and me, myself, I feel like we are a bunch of entertainers. If we deliver good fights and the fans enjoyed it, mission accomplished. But during this process, I really hope that each boxer enjoy the time in the ring, enjoy the time of pursuing their dreams, and that's the most beautiful thing.
I think in boxing, we sometimes try and protect people's undefeated records quite a lot, whereas in other martial arts, that isn't as big of a thing. How big is it for you to kind of lose that undefeated record? Does it matter, or are you just about entertaining the fans, as you say?
有的时候，这个全胜的战绩是人们所追求的。
对
那你现在就是全胜战绩这个金身破了啊？你觉得这个对你来说重要吗？还是你觉得打比赛、精彩的比赛更重要？
我感觉，这个可能说金身不败，然后我也是我追求的。但是有些时候这个竞技体育就非常就是这么残酷，有时候你的输赢你很努力，对手也很努力，然后可能说你感觉你已经做得很好了，其实你没有你其实可能是对手比你做的还要更好。所以说这个全胜的战绩不是说只能说是尽力的去做，但是我感觉还是为拳迷奉献更精彩的比赛更重要，因为拳迷花钱来看比赛，他们希望看到很精彩的比赛，对不对
？Staying undefeated is definitely very important. No matter who, but to me, I try to stay undefeated, but it didn't go as I planned. But from here, I can tell you that fans pay for this fight. They buy tickets, they pay for subscriptions. So I think, to be able to perform on a high level, along with the opponents, like dance partners, and delivering a good fights, worth their money. I think that's something more important.
And finally, I just want to touch on where you go next from here. I'm sure you knew I was going to ask you about this, but Derek Chisora posted a poster on Instagram of you two fighting at potentially the Bird's Nest in Beijing. What did you make of that? And is that kind of a fight that you would be looking at next?
切索拉刚刚在比赛之后就发了一条，就是跟你的海报，说是要在北京打。你觉得这件事怎么看？
我对这件事，然后我和谁打都无所谓，和谁打都可以，和谁打都可以，这就看下一步推广公司和给我安排什么样的对手，安排什么样的比赛，然后安排什么样的对手，安排什么样的比赛，我都会接受，我希望是更强劲的对手。
I accept anybody. When it comes to the next opponent, the venue, location, I think my promoter and my team have to sit down and go over everything. But I hope to fight the toughest guy. Is he the toughest guy? I hope to fight the most massive fight. So, I'm not against anybody.
What would be the toughest fight in your eyes? What would be the biggest fight?
你觉得更强劲的对手，更精彩的比赛，你心里面那个人是谁？
更强劲的对手，现在我想去约书亚对吧？约书亚上一场比赛也是给他说12月份，11月份、12月份他还要继续参赛，正好我们两个也是都是输的比赛，对不对？然后我们两个可以打，然后也可以就是伦敦之后吧，伦敦奥运会之后，然后我们再一次相遇，对吧
？Well, Joshua lost too. And I heard that he's looking for a fight by the end of the year. If me and him can make this happen, it's going to be massive. We fought each other in London. We respect each other, and we can do it again in professional ring.
If this fight was to happen in Beijing, how big would that be for Chinese boxing and the country of China as a whole?
如果说能跟约书亚在北京打一场，你形容一下这场比赛会有多大？
我感觉，如果说在北京打的话，这个肯定会是一场非常非常就是有历史意义的一场比赛。如果在北京的话，然后如果在北京还没有举办过这么高规格、高盛大的比赛，拳击比赛。
It's going to be tremendous. It's going to make history in Beijing, since Beijing has never, in their history, has never hosted a boxing event at that level. So it's definitely going to make history.
And finally, do you still believe you can become heavyweight world champion?
最后一个问题，你觉得你还有希望成为 世界重量级冠军吗？
当然有希望，当然有希望。然后我知道我的实力在哪，我知道我的实力，所以说，这个机会还有很大的机会。
Of course, and the opportunity is big. I know what I can do in this division. So yes.
Thank you, Zhilei. I, for one, love watching your fights and cannot wait to see what you do next. Thanks again for your time, and thank you, Kurt, for joining us as well.
谢谢你的采访，谢谢。
Thank you, Sam.